Have you decided how to introduce solids to your baby yet? There's so many different ways out there, but as parents, especially of babies, it can be really hard to scour the internet trying to find all the different ways and methods out there. And if you do find the time to do it, how do you know that what you found is credible? Do you really need to do that one specific way or your baby's going to be ruined forever? Well, let me tell you this, as a dietitian and a mom, not all babies are the same, and every family is definitely different. There's no cookie cutter way for starting solids that's gonna work for every single baby and every single family. But that doesn't mean that there's not the foundation and guidance out there for how to start solids. Personally and professionally, I feel that a baby-led style of feeding where you skip the purees and you go straight to the table foods is one of the best ways to give your baby a healthy relationship with food that you can. But I know that the thought of giving your baby large pieces of food can be the cause of a lot of anxiety for parents. What if I was to tell you that there is a simple and safe way that you can practice a baby-led style of feeding? A way that respects your own comfort level as parents, but that provides you with the knowledge to make informed decisions on what's right for your own family. I'll be honest and say that there's a lot of different information out there on the internet and a lot of different people making recommendations about how to start solid foods that are just downright unsafe. Things like you should be giving your baby a raw apple or providing them exactly the food that you're eating with zero modifications for their abilities. But once those food recommendations are made, there's little to no guidance on how to actually get your baby to eat something. How to, for lack of a better term, feed them. Part of that is because a lot of the information that's out there comes from people whose only credentials are that they've done baby-led weaning, but they're not professionals, and they don't know what your baby needs on their plate beyond what someone else has told them. And they're definitely not teaching you how to have a smooth transition and to lay a foundation for the best relationship with food that your baby can have. And unfortunately, they're not making safe recommendations or teaching you how to avoid things that can increase your baby's choking risk. These are all important things for starting solid foods, and they're important to know right from the start so that every meal your baby has is as stress-free and successful as possible without the anxiety or questioning whether you're doing it right. So as a way to help reduce anxiety around starting solid foods, I've created this course for parents just like you to help you learn how to start solid foods with complete confidence that you know how to set your baby up well. It doesn't have to be complicated, and you don't have to go to every meal anxious about what's going to happen. So many parents who have taken this course after starting solid foods have said how much they wish they'd had this information before they began. Feeding your baby can be fun and rewarding once you have the confidence that you know what you're doing. In the course, we go over everything you need to know to start solids from A to Z. We'll start with what you need to buy, and we'll talk about how to know when your baby's ready to start. And then we'll talk about what to expect as you start, so you know how to set up your meal times to be successful and how to deal with gagging and choking. We'll talk about how much your baby should be eating and how to determine how much your own baby needs. And then we'll talk about how to set up successful meal times, everything from how your baby should be positioned to what you yourself should be doing during meal times so that you can help your baby have a healthy relationship with food. We'll go into depth about how to build a balanced plate for your baby and other important information that you need to know to give your baby the best nutritional start you can. And we'll also talk about everything that you need to know for that first year as your baby starts to become comfortable with eating and their needs start to change. We'll focus not just on what to serve, but how to do it so that meal times are enjoyable and your baby has the best chance at becoming a well-rounded eater, because it's about more than just what you put on the plate. It's about how to serve it, where they should sit, how much, and how often to give that food. You'll be confident from your baby's first bite that you know what you're doing. No need to scramble around in response to issues that you discover as you start to feed your baby. You'll already have all the information that you need to succeed. All in easy to digest videos and exclusive handouts to help you apply what you learn. But bottom line here, we'll talk about the developmental markers that you'll see and how to use those to be confident in what you're doing for your own baby. Because no two babies are the same, and you need to know how to make feeding work for your own family. So if you're ready to learn how to start solid foods in a way that'll work for your whole family and give your baby all the nutrients that they need and a healthy relationship with food to boot, click below to buy the course and get started today. Don't wait for issues to come up as you feed your baby. Get all the answers now and learn how to give your baby a healthy relationship with food, one without all the complications, stress, and anxiety that so many parents feel around introducing their babies to solid foods.